The following contest is a submission match and is for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Here we go, guys. It's now time for the submission match.
And as the name suggests, the only way to win this match is to force your opponent to submit.
Ready for some mayhem? Ready for some havoc?
I'm not quite sure, actually.
Ruby Riott has said all along, if I was in the business of pleasing people, I wouldn't be here. I'll do things the way that I want to do them. Ruby Riott doesn't care about anybody but herself. That's the way she likes it.
Introducing the challenger from New Orleans, Louisiana, Tiffany. Introducing the champion from Lafayette, Indiana, the SmackDown Women's Champion, Ruby Riott.
So don't move a muscle.
And we're underway with this submission match.
And guys, I've been looking forward to this submission match ever since it was announced.
Beautiful technique. This might be it. Oh, my. Ooh.
In a submission match, the name of the game is to make your opponent tap out from a submission move. There have been so many submission specialists throughout the history of this great business. Bret Hitman Hart, Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar, William Regal, and Daniel Bryan are a few who come to mind. And on the women's side, I think about Alundra Blaze, Natalya, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and the boss, Sasha Banks.
Corey, earlier you spoke about a submission match, and one thing I'd like to point out is that a submission match is not necessarily the same as an I Quit match. The key difference is that a submission match requires the use of the submission maneuver. In an I Quit match, victory can be achieved by bringing your opponent to the point where they quit as a result of the overall punishment they've received in the match.
That's an important distinction, Michael, especially since a superstar can win an I Quit match by using the submission maneuver. For superstars who aren't proficient in submission moves, they enter this type of match at a disadvantage. It doesn't mean they can't win, but they need to perfect applying the submission move quickly. Come on, Corey, try and keep up.
But she has the fight of a champion in her, which will certainly help her down the stretch.
If you're worried about her now, you have...
Look at this, Byron. She better do something fast. Ah, she gets out of it.
She has renewed life now, Michael.
Oh, nasty impact.
And she goes down hard. She's looking at it. She better do something fast. And she escapes the submission.
Not a lot of people can break out of that one, Michael. When we talk about submission matches, we have to speak about one that, in many people's eyes, set the standard. It was WrestleMania 13. Bret the Hitman Hart was in a heated rivalry with a brash star on the rise named Stone Cold Steve Austin. This match started like no other submission match, with the two superstars battling in the crowd and attempting to use ring steps as a weapon.
Byron, you mentioned the submission match between Bret Hart and Steve Austin at WrestleMania 13. The rivalry between the Hitman and Stone Cold was so intense that WWE had no choice but to appoint mixed martial arts champion Ken Shamrock as the special guest referee. The Hitman didn't waste any time focusing his assault on Austin's injured knee.
Steve Austin was busted open, and in the ringside area, it looked like a tornado went through. Once locked in the sharpshooter, Austin refused to give up. Stone Cold passed out due to the excruciating pain, which was considered a submission, giving the Hitman the victory. If it's not the greatest match of all time, it's certainly in the discussion.
One of the things a superstar who's competing in a submission match has to be careful of is if they have an injury or have been injured in the past and people know about it. You can bet in a submission match that your opponent is going to target that body part immediately. It's like having a giant bullseye on an arm, leg, ankle, or shoulder.
Byron, you brought up that a submission match can be especially dangerous for a competitor who's injured or had a known injury. I think that's why it's just as important as submission match to be able to reverse the submission move from an opponent as it is to apply a submission maneuver to an opponent. If a superstar can't reverse an opponent's submission, then they're certainly going to be in trouble.
Some superstars have more than one submission at their disposal, and it becomes a pick-your-poison scenario for their opponent. It also depends on the match. Some submission matches are based on winning via a submission move, and others involve a competitor having to use the specific submission they've chosen. The WWE Universe witnessed a classic submission match at 2016's Extreme Rules event. The Queen, Charlotte Flair, defended her women's championship against Natalya. The one thing I thought was unfair about the match is that there was a ban against the Nature Boy Ric Flair being at ringside. If Flair appeared, Charlotte would lose the match and her women's crown.
Corey, you spoke of the submission match between Charlotte Flair and Natalya, and I need to point out that this match was not Flair's figure eight versus Natalya's sharpshooter. Victory could be achieved by making your opponent tap out to any submission. Hold on, we got a development ringside.
This seems like trouble. Ruby Riott is anti-establishment.
Well, that was interesting.
Yeah, I'd say that was the very definition of barking up the wrong tree.
She comes up big with a reversal. Clothesline! She might have it.
She's starting to fight out, guys.
To Byron's point about Ruby Riott wanting to break, and she breaks free.
I don't know how she did it. That was impressive. Hey, you're gonna get yourself disqualified.
Oh man, that hurt the back, spine rattling. Ruby Riott's feeling it.
It doesn't look like she's gonna get her to tap here.
Look at that, she escapes.
Talk about coming up clutch, guys.
And now that one's countered.
Wow, that was impressive, Michael.
She's looking at it. She better do something fast. She somehow breaks free.
But you have to wonder how much damage was done.
Oh, the
The challenger in some big trouble here. This is not where she wants to be if she wants to walk out of this match with the gold.
You can't help but think that this is the end of the road for her here tonight. I mean, she's flat out of gas out there.
Given what they've shown us here tonight, it's a shame that one of these women will have to walk away on the losing end of this one.
You can see the confidence just beaming from her right now.
Oh, and a snap there. That'll give you whiplash.
You've got to believe this one's over.
Oh, what impact.
Oh, man, what a leg drop.
Oh, leg drop.
Oh, man, what a leg drop.
Look at this, Byron.
She's almost out of it.
She works her way out of that one.
She's still got a bit of an uphill climb here, though. Harsh impact.
Looking a little dazed here.
Yeah, she's definitely not looking herself right now, Cole.
Look out. There she goes. This is a grueling championship match. Nobody wants to lose this opportunity. Bringing it back into the ring.
She's got that gleam in her eyes.
Look out, look out. This could
Nailed it. The title is slipping away here.
She might have it.
She better do something fast. She put forth such effort. This submission match is history.
Submission matches are all about imposing your will on your opponent, as we can see right here.
Ain't nothing better than action like this.
Here is your winner, and the new SmackDown Women's Champion, Tiffany.
And there's your winner.
There's no way around it. When you're locked in a submission move like that, your only choice is to tap out.
We've seen some amazing matches over the years here at Elimination Chamber, and I'd have to say that one ranks right up there with the absolute best.